All right, I'm gonna give people some time to tune in, and then we'll get started. I'm gonna go play some music, go get some water, because I know we're gonna be here for a minute. Let's see if I got any of my music. All right, I'm gonna give people some time. Let's see. Tell me if you guys like this song too. I wrote this song for an artist. Let's see. Let me know if you guys like this song. If you like it.
Yeah, just pull up to a random club, straight to VIP. Me, my girls on fleek. Guess who I see? Ty from Herbalife, 6'5", damn me fine. Now we all grown up. I'ma say what's up, but one major problem, got a baby on the way. My girl keep telling me all about him, cause her man is his best friend. She call herself trying to warn me, running down the history, killing the mystery. But honestly, none of it faces me. Another broken never face. Cause if you're choosing, I ain't losing. 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 I don't compete with no boys, self-esteem way too high. All up in the sky, cause baby, yeah, I'm the prize. I don't compete with no boys, self-esteem way too high. All up in the sky, cause baby, yeah, I'm the prize. Now quit looking in touch. Oops, I don't wanna say too much, I probably should shut up. The good courage all in my cup might end up making love. All up and through this club, all up and through this club, all up and through this club. Make me slow my mind. See you checking out the time on this hourglass. Never leave or escape my path. Come a little closer, baby, just grab my ass and you ain't gotta ask.
All right, I'm back. Let me go through these comments. Black Reality TV says Broner is a great gatekeeper. Broner needs a new trainer, Mario, and refocus, or then 3 months of the year needs to stop partying. What's up, Silly Gilly? Nah, AB can become Kobe 2K fan, you got me busting up. Mario, Broner needs a new trainer. I got that. Silly. Get AB a new coach. His coach should be focused on getting him. That boy Broner. Broner took the Garcia fight for the money. Should have waited. Still champion material. Wow. AB needs to get rid of that coach. Pillow Hand Paulie makes me think I could become a champ. Hitman, bro. You know the answer. I know, but I gotta get people. I gotta get people interested in the live feed. Hitman. AB needs to go sell some CDs in Cincinnati. I think AB's done, man. Let's have this conversation. I don't think Freddie Roach has the urban ability. I don't think he has the urban ability to manage a guy like an Adrien Broner. You know what I mean? Just how Bob Arum couldn't manage Floyd Mayweather when he left him. He wasn't in touch with the contemporary urban community. That was one of the reasons why Floyd Mayweather left. And I don't know if you guys know the story, but Floyd Mayweather introduced Lil Wayne to Al Heyman, and then when Lil Wayne had that, was it 3 years ago, the Carter 3, or I forget which one it was, Carter 3, Carter 4, Carter 2. I don't know which one it is. He promoted that tour. You know who I think would be a good trainer for him? And I thought of 3 today: Ann Wolf, Virgil Hunter, and Kenny Porter. I thought those 3 would be good for him. But I agree with Black Reality TV. No trainer can save him. It's all about Adrien Broner. And as I've been telling you guys have been mad at me, calling me a coon. What else y'all been calling me? Anti-black. Whatever bad y'all could think of. AB is a C-level fighter. All right. If A level obviously would be the top 4, top 5. All the champions, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, those would be considered A level fighters. B level, well, I apologize. He's at 140. I don't even think Adrien Broner could beat Postol. I think Postol was a B level fighter. Matisse is at 147 now. Yeah, I just think Adrien Broner is Roger Mayweather. Yeah, Bud will be a good guy for him, but Aaron Wolf might be too hard on him. That's his problem. You understand what I'm saying? Shit, the things I go through with my trainer. But if I told you guys my workouts on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it'll make you want to stay in bed. So it's what you're willing to do to be great. Nah, not Kenny Porter. Roger Mayweather. You know, someone else said, I listened to someone else's video last night, but I was so tired. Someone else mentioned, Ticket TV mentioned Roger Mayweather. I think Roger Mayweather, I mean, it's hard to take that risk on Roger Mayweather because of his health. Remember, last year, this time, he was roaming around Vegas, lost because he didn't take his meds. So it's kind of a hit or miss. Will he take his meds consistently throughout camp? And is he healthy enough to do mitts consistently every day, to get up every day and stay on the grind, go to the track with your fighter, you know, be in the gym for 2.5 hours on your feet? Is he capable of doing that? I'm unsure of that. But Roger Mayweather is an offensive machine in terms of training his fighters. We all know what he did for Floyd Mayweather, and the dad got mad and said he was getting hit too much. You guys remember that? AB, you know what? AB is Zab Judah 2.0, but I also think Zab Judah was better. Now that I'm looking at a 28-year-old Adrien Broner, I think Zab Judah is better. See, Virgil Hunter doesn't deal. You know, in the gym, Virgil Hunter can help him, but Virgil Hunter don't deal with knuckleheads. You know, he just never really. I've never known Virgil Hunter to deal with a knucklehead, so I don't know. I would pick him just for his the respect that he commands. The Broner hater, Easy D 415. Yeah, I think Zab was. Yeah, Zab is way better, but Zab was better. I think the end is near for Broner, and a lot of you guys gonna be like, "I'm crazy," blah blah blah. But I think the end is near for Adrien Broner, because remember when he had adversity last year, he couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? So what makes you think he'll be able to handle it this time? You know what I'm saying? So I just think the end is exceptionally near for Adrien Broner. That's why I said Virgil, because the lifestyle example for Berto. Berto's out there, but Berto's not really a problem. I don't know if you guys follow Berto on Instagram. It's like he's just blowing money. He's everywhere. You know, he was in the Hamptons yesterday or today. I don't know. You know, I think I thought of Derek James, but I thought that would be too close to home. You know, I think they have history. Yeah, Derek fighters do have a lot of discipline. You know, just look at their bodies. You know, if you want to know the mark of a trainer, look at their fighters for 4 consecutive fights. If you look at them for like 4 consecutive fights, you'll know the type of trainer they are and what type of shape they come in. You know what I mean? If you look at the Charlos and Errol Spence, shredded from head to toe. You know what I mean? Damn, son, De La Hoya is still hitting your crib with those EMPs. What's EMPs, Hitman? EMPs. I guess I gotta Google that. Ronnie Shields, all of those guys are A-box with excellent jabs. Broner won't be able to walk anyone down. Kenny Porter Kenny Porter is a mean son of a. Kenny Porter is tough. I like Kenny Porter. I actually called him and told him that the Ghetto Birds are out. Oh, that's what I knocks out the fire. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't. It goes in and out. I guess it's my Wi-Fi. But I actually called Ken and I was like, man, you would be good for Adrien Broner, but they have history. You know, it's hard to go with someone when you have history. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that wouldn't work. I don't know. Is Broner much different than Cotto when he step up? Cotto puts up better fights. You know, he could have Sean for sparring. I mean, you saw in the fight, he would run from him the whole night. I don't see AB has faith in. You know what? That's a great point, and I thought that in the second half of the fight, and I'll tell you why I thought that in the second half of the fight, because when Adrien Broner was getting hit, he was talking shit, and in my head, I went back to middle school. When you lose at something, like say you lose in a basketball game, you say, "Well, at least my mama is not on welfare. At least my mama don't wear secondhand clothes." You get what I'm saying? At least I'm not getting the county lunch. Adrien Broner was content with winning the verbal war as opposed to the boxing war that was being had Saturday night. Broner just needs to a gym where he isn't. I think he has too much pride, silly Gilly, for that. He has, the pride comes before the fall. He has too much pride to be not the best fighter in his gym, quote unquote, because Easter is better than him. You know what? I was going to do a video on that, but I didn't want to add salt to the wound. But Robert Easter beats the shit out of Adrien Broner. I mean, he just dogs him because of his jab and Robert Easter's ability to want to fight. But that would be a pillow match anyway. Robert Easter would be with he wouldn't want to fight Adrien Broner. Who went? I was thinking that Easter should avenge his loss. Robert Easter should have said that immediately after the fight, not because the fight will happen, but just because to stay relevant, he should have said that about bumming. For real, let's be real. He should have gotten a lawyer out of his PBC deal and got that Rock Nation fight deal. He didn't need a lawyer. Remember, he signed under his own banner about billions, so he manages himself. He promotes himself, so he actually could do anything he wants. Al Heyman is simply his advisor, and Al Heyman would have been still his advisor regardless if he would have went to Rock Nation or not. I honestly believe Brandon. You know what? If I'm Brandon Rios, I actually want that fight, and if I'm Adrien Broner, I want that fight. Broner, Ortiz, Berto, Collazo, and the Gatekeeper. I honestly thought of Ortiz yesterday because he fought. You know what I mean? Oh, he's gonna regret that 40 million. It just blocks itself automatically. I don't know why it does that, but it just does. It should be coming in now because I can see myself on my screen. I don't know if you guys see. Yeah, there we go. We're back now. So you trying to get that new password is YouTube fucking with every black guy. YouTube. Yeah, everything is YouTube, man. You know that. Shit, I'm trying to get funding for this film, so I know. But I'll check for you, Jelani. I'm not sure if how's he doing, but he looked good. We're back now. So yeah, I believe Adrien Broner is a gatekeeper. I don't think no way in hell he can become a world champion. I know they are. I know they are. YouTube, because I get a lot of notices, Hitman, about my about some stuff can't be monetized and all that. But yeah, I don't think Adrien Broner can become a world. Well, being the Illuminati guy, well, being a world champion is so funny because if Adrien Broner would have won last night, he would have been a world champion, right? So that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but he's gonna forever HH 1200. He's gonna forever regret not taking that 40 or 50 million dollars from Jay-Z. Oh my God, he's gonna regret it. To the day he died, he's gonna regret it. Yo, when does he start looking at 35? I think immediately. You know, but his weight is gonna blow up because he always has some anything that happens in his life. Yeah, they did. I know they blocked you or making it rain. I know, I saw it. They just I just got the email on it. But he's gonna go through some sort of depression. We already know that, right? So he's gonna balloon and weight. He'll probably get up to 170, and then he'll call Floyd, and that'll be the juice. So I don't think he'll stay in the 150s. You know, if Broner can stay in the 50s, that's an accomplishment for him. Shit, if any fight at 35 can stay in the 50s, that's an accomplishment for them. You know what I mean? Like not above 55. You know, I have a fighter in my gym who fights at 135, and he thought it was easy cutting weight, and he's built like a fucking he looks like Wolverine, you know. And I told him, I said, he carried too much muscle mass, and they end up having to change the contract to 36 or 37, you know. But he walks around at 160, you know. Broner versus Amir Khan. Amir Khan batters him. Batters the shit out of him. Look at his father's genetics. He'd have to drop muscle now to make 15. To make 15? Oh, okay. Kashmir. Khan will beat AB. Khan will beat the shit out of him. Khan can't believe I just said that. You know, AB will never be who he had us thinking. You know, great point. You know, it's so much facts in what you said. AB will never be who he had us thinking he was. You know, Floyd is always looking great shape, man. He has great genes, man. No bad habits. You know, if he does any type of working out for 4 or 5 weeks straight, he'll look amazing. Chris Algieri versus Broner. Who you got? Chris Algieri will beat him. I don't think Adrien Broner can beat anybody. I mean, he don't want to get hit. AB needs to do something about himself. Well, I don't know what he's gonna do. Garcia Lomo is a good fight. I don't know who I have in that fight. I honestly don't know. I like them both, and I know that fight would be in LA too, yeah, or Vegas. AB's biggest win, I still have him losing to Paula. Who's AB's biggest win? Obviously, DeMarcos. That's what everyone remembers, the flashy hand speed, walking the kid down. He needs to gain more power. You know, that was what up, Derek? That's what I really believe. He had no power Saturday night. None whatsoever. And I was completely shocked he didn't have any power. I thought he would have more power than that. But he didn't. What up, Bay Area Reese? I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. I genuinely appreciate it. You know, why doesn't AB throw his hands? It's a weak chin, a poor stamina. I think when you get hit so much, you get trigger shy like anything else. You know what I mean? You know, it's, hey, y'all, What the dealio? What up, Shane? Do you think it's over for bro? It's over for little bro. Maidana lost. You're right, Jelani. When you're lost, when you're 0 is taken, it takes a lot out of you. You know what? I should call Hank Lundy and try and get that fight moving, because Hank Lundy has never lost a fight under 140. 135 and under, he's never lost a fight. He's undefeated. He's always moved up to take fights. You know, I want to call Hank Lundy and try and get that machine started. You know, that will be a good fight. And if you go back to my footage in April, I actually interviewed Hank Lundy because Hank Lundy was Sean Porter's sparring partner. And that's the fight that needs to happen. Hank Lundy, Adrien Broner. That fight makes the most sense. Hank Lundy deserves, you know, Hank Lundy deserves it because he fought Terrence Crawford. He deserves a fight like that. So, what up, Ovo Source? Of course, I'll subscribe back. No big deal. Hopefully, I don't forget after this live feed. Does AB need a new trainer? No, AB needs a new profession, Derek. It's over for him. He's probably gonna make 500,000, 300,000, 200,000, and then, you know, all the money's gonna be elsewhere. But he'll be a great commentator, but he's not disciplined enough. You know, Maidana was the beginning of the end. Maidana was the end. Say you're Al Hammond, where do you move, AB? He just bought a house in Miami, Adrien Broner, which he will be selling soon, because that's it. Oh, about that. I'm glad you got my corny humor. Yeah, that nigga do need a new profession, because it's done for him. But I mean, he'll be able to make about $1 million, $1.5 million over the next 2 years fighting on Shameless TV show. You know what? Adrien Broner needs to go date. Okay, here's what Adrien Broner needs to do. He needs to go date one of the housewives. If he dates one of the housewives, that would keep him relevant. That would keep him relevant for sure. So I think that's what he needs to do. Hell no, we would have been great commentators. He'll be sitting up there talking about 8 balls and dry stench on a dope man around it. AB, do it for his kids. I don't think, you know what? I can't comment on that. I don't know how on his kids, but obviously if he's not doing it for his kids now in his prime, how's he going to do it late in his prime? When I mean AB, I mean more correct. He did cool. Yeah, I think AB doesn't understand that he won't be able to command it. Ovo Source, he doesn't have a chance. What? He got 7 kids already. He can't poke another woman that will be, oh my God. Damn. That just stopped me in my tracks. 7 kids? Woof. Yeah. Oh, Foy would get so much satisfaction if he had to hire Adrien Broner. But I know listen, Foy was in Miami this weekend. He didn't go to the fight, but he promoted it. I don't know if that's a slap in the face. Yo, you think Fred got the inside scoop on AB? You had this opinion of him for a minute, though. You know what? He'll know when Rap Buddies, you know, when his phone stopped ringing, he stopped getting VIP interests, he'll start understanding, like, damn, it's over for me. He had 5 baby mamas, 7 kids, child support out the wazoo. Jesus fucking Christ. His baby mama will leave him. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man, that's, damn. That means he should have no free time if he has 5 baby mamas. He should be going from house to house, driving to Cincinnati, going to see his kids. You know, growing up in the hood, getting back to what you just said, do I have the inside scoop? I think that was Shane that asked me that. It's just growing up in the hood, seeing this happen over and over again, seeing this repetitive cycle from people in your community. You know, it's imperative that we not succumb to mediocrity, and more importantly, thinking it's cool to be cool instead of it being cool to have a great work ethic. You know, AB should take 5 nights 40. He should have took that $1 million deal. Damn, he can't join. I'll see if the Great Wall is hiring. That's funny. I wonder what the purses were. Dan Raphael usually tweets out the purses. Do you guys know if Dan Raphael tweeted out the purses? He always does a good job at tweeting out the purses. You know what I mean? Facts. Jay-Z, like, Jay-Z, like, that's going to be one of his next songs, and 555. Broner turned down 40 mil. Now he can't afford a meal. A meal, MEAL. You know, 1 million. 1 million each, they both got paid. Damn. It was 8 fights, 40 million again. He could have get out of Heyman deal. Why didn't Thurman take 3 fights, 9 million? Cotto Award. 1 million per person. Jay-Z like dodged a big bullet. You know what I mean? But you know, they probably would have matched him up. He wouldn't have fought Mikey Garcia. He probably would have fought like a Luis Collazo. But Luis Collazo would have probably knocked him out with that left hand. If you look at the fight promotion and see Charlo face, he looking at Broner like he is just a court jest. Damn. Dan has blocked me on Twitter, but they each got 1 million. Okay. Thank you. Wasn't it I thought it was 5 or 6 fights, $40 million. I'll look it up. I'll look it up when I get off you guys. I don't want to miss any comment because I know you guys are. I appreciate you guys spending time with me, so I just want to go through all the comments and answer them. Fuck Jay-Z? Of course he would have fought bums and sang on rap records. Yeah, you're right. Can't sleep on Collazo. He knocked out Samuel. That's why I said that left hand is a motherfucker. Speaking of Dan, or you think his opinion truly his own or whatever? Maybe sure it doesn't seem racial. You know, Dan throws out racial chaos in a politically correct way. You know, he's been in the game for a long time, so he knows how to frame his words correctly. The 5-fight deal. Trump just fired. I can't pronounce that name, but yeah, I heard it. What up, Wiki D Split? What's up, man? Is Tank the truth to you? We'll find out when he fights someone. He hasn't really fought someone. He's been matched carefully. We all know that. Boxing needs AB. Who else is as funny as him? Shit, Berto's pretty funny. But Berto doesn't command the attention. You're right. Charlo versus. I think Jamal Charlo, beats everyone in tough fights. Canelo, just like Canelo's career, it's been carefully carved. Canelo did avoid Charlo. We back down the board. AB will be champion again. AB ain't gonna be no goddamn champion again. I'm waiting on my guy to give me my 25 push-ups. He hasn't come in the chat yet. Yeah, I remember the other day, I bet him 25 push-ups. He had Broner win it. Pretty much 1,200. He ducked everyone at 54. You're right. And moved up to 55. That's funny. Crawford kills everybody at 140. Lomo kills everyone at 30. And I think Charlo beats everyone at 60 in tough fights. Actually, Eric, Boo-Boo was trying to get that fight with Jamel. I was at the Lara fight. I thought Canelo lost because he couldn't hit him. I mean, even the punches he landed were parried a bit or blocked, you know? Yeah, AB, WWE, that would be solid. Is Floyd trying to sell? Is Floyd trying to sell his old age? Floyd's a genius. He's going to make $200 million. How the hell? Gary Russell Jr. got something to say about that. At 130? Hell nah. Lomo. Gary Russell Gary Russell said in his interview, post-fight interview, the last fight, he says, I want to fight Lomachenko at the end of my career. That says everything you need to know about how good Lomachenko is at 130. What do you think, Barber? You still think Broner will still be on? He's on suicide watch now. You know, in 30 days, we're going to find out who Broner really is. In the next 30 days. Because if I'm Broner, let's see. July, August, September. I'm trying to fight in October. I'm trying to fight a bum in Cincinnati in October. For sure. Because you probably can put a card together with Robert Easter Jr. Robert Easter Jr. being the headliner over Broner. How interesting. You think Charlo? The Charlos have no resume. Shit. Jamal Charlo beat J-Rock at 54. J-Rock against anyone at 54 is a tough fight now. Let's not think for 1 second that J-Rock Williams is a bad fighter. Canelo did lose a lot. I'm glad someone agreed with me. 5 years from now, Broner will be like his dad. You know what I'm really afraid of in that Triple G fight? I bet $1,000 on Triple G at my gym, but this was last year. This was last year. You know, before the emails and stuff. And I just think that if Floyd won 10 rounds against Canelo and the judge had it 114, and Khan was clearly outboxing Canelo to the knockout. One judge had him winning 4 rounds to 1 or something like that. Something's fishy about it being in Vegas. AB think Floyd is not fucking with him. He's not that good, man. Adrien Broner is not that good. Levi Martinez, Rob Lar. Oh, yeah, Levi Martinez. Okay, thank you. I mean, Lomo has to take a fight in this next fight. He's fighting a bum this Saturday. You know, that fight is so bad, I'm not even going to that fight. I'm going to the Drew League. If you guys are in LA, you guys need to be at the Drew League. Chris Paul and James Harden actually played together in the Drew League yesterday. So I'm going to cover the Drew League instead. I'm not even going to the Lomachenko fight. And you guys know how much I love boxing. Well, you guys know basketball is my first love, but I like covering the fights. I like interviewing people, you know. It's fun for me to interview people. So they always say the shit they always say the same shit. They overlook shit when it comes to Floyd. Floyd has underrated power. You know, one thing about when you can hit the bullseye every fucking time, you know what I mean? People never walk down Floyd. You know, no matter what no one say or do, they never walk him down. Do you think John last first round will box? Oh, he'll beat the shit. John Jones will beat this. I mean, from what I know. Here's what will happen in that fight. Brock and I've seen these fights just from watching. Brock Lesnar will get tired and John Jones will beat the shit out of him. And I think that's everyone will be an 80 percentile that will happen about Brock Lesnar. What up, Ken? Floyd never fucked with AB. You know, AB was alluding to that when he's like the loyalty in boxing. Remember, he was alluding to that, and he was actually talking about the Floyd relationship. Hey, some of y'all need to add me on Instagram too. I give motivational minutes every morning. Y'all need to add me on Instagram. Y'all need to add me on Instagram so y'all can hear my motivational minute every morning before I walk in the gym. Let's inspire y'all. Start today. I know some of you guys on the East Coast probably get it around noon, but around between 8 and 9 every day, I give a motivational minute. That'll be pretty dope. Let's see. John Jones is good. They say he's the best in UFC. I don't know too much about it, Jelani, so I can't comment on like the history. But if you talk about boxing, I mean, Roy Jones is the best fight I've ever seen in my life. You know, in his prime, I think Uh, Floyd is up there. Floyd is just too perfect. You know, Floyd is really fucking good. I mean, God. UFC is a subpar, so it's making a lot of money. Spence versus Thurman. Spence late stoppage. Don't forget about Thurman's brain. I'm not breaking that fight down until it happens, because there's so many fights gonna happen in between that things could change by the time we get to that fight. We're at least a year away from that fight happening. Too many workout pitch, or you are more cardio or lifting. Right now, I would say, but I bench. I could bench. I could bench 300 pounds and squat 500 pounds. So, you know, I like cardio. I like running. You know, running is like my cathartic experience. You know what I mean? Where's Lincoln? I appreciate you, Harold. Pops up. You talking? He's adorable. He pops up. He'll be here in a minute. That's fine. I appreciate it. Where's Lincoln? That's funny. Oh man, AB will get killed. Thurman is the best. Thurman is the best welterweight right now. He has 2 belts. By far, Thurman is the best belt, and Thurman won't get the credit because, you know, he's not socially contemporary. So people have a strong opinion on him. You know what I mean? But in the ring, he beat Sean Porter, man. You know, and yeah, Jelani, work out every day, eat healthy. Tell Thurman to stop faking. He oh shit. I can't say anything on that, but Hitman, you might be right. I don't know, but yeah, prefer lifting. Too many injuries with running. Plus, I have plantar fasciitis. Tony, you know you can get those you can get heel cups put in your shoes. You can put heel cups, and you can get that for your arch to help you for your plantar fasciitis. And also, Tony, if you have because my best friend, he had that. He realized one of his legs was longer than the other leg by like a centimeter or a milliliter. And that's why he had plantar fasciitis. He actually ran track at UCLA. And he had some design put in his shoe, and that's helped him. I mean, he runs 4 marathons a year. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, so yeah, check the height of your legs. That'll help. What's up, Lunkin? What's up, Lunker? Eric, who's the better Mexican fighter, Canelo or Mikey Garcia? Good question. That's a great question. I think Mikey Garcia is organically a better fighter. I think Canelo visually is a better fighter. Visually, in terms of selling, what he looks like. You know, he's very aggressive. He has that playboy feel. The optics favor Canelo. Real life, Mikey Garcia. Thoughts about Andre Ward? Now, Andre Ward, hang out for a minute, man. You just went. Keep in mind, last year this time he was fighting his first fight or about to fight his second fight at 75. Hang out, Andre Ward. You deserve it, man. Hang out. Be easy. Go fight some bum in England. Will they'll overpay you to come? Go overseas and make some money. I think Andre Ward should just sit still for a while. You know what, Aladdin? Daniel just didn't. It was almost there. You know, I rewatched that fight and I had Triple G winning just because of his fear factor didn't go away until the second half of the fight. You know, I want to get to all you guys' comments. I appreciate you, Ken. Like I said, anything you guys have, I'll gladly help. You know, I'm closing on the property now. Actually, I should close this week on another. I just bought another building this week. And matter of fact, I'm going to walk you guys through that one. And this will probably be the last one because I don't want people counting my money, the IRS and shit like that. But I'm going to show you step by step. All right. Because I'm going to have a vacancy in there. And I'm going to explain to you the social programs. I'm going to explain to you how you look at a property. And it's just so imperative that we own where we live. You know, it's just so important, you know, whether it's in the hood. Like a lot of my shit is in the hood, man, because that's all I could afford. you know, and thank God the property value went up, and it's helped me a great deal. But I'll stay on track because about boxing. But yeah, Ken, anytime. Bello is a perfect bum, but Bello is so much bigger. I agree. Thanks, man. I'm glad someone. Thanks, G. I agree. Somebody needs to tell it be about Meldrick Taylor before it's too late. Meldrick Taylor's probably still fighting. He's probably getting sanctioned in Thailand. You know, that documentary I saw on HBO was so heart-wrenching. You know, it was so heart-wrenching, man. It was so heart-wrenching to see subtitles on him. Is there any info in a couple of weeks? Thank you. I got that, Ken, there. Would you say Mikey is up there with Canelo? Because if he is, can you be mad at Broner? No. You know what? Mikey Garcia is annoying. He throws 80 punches, 90 punches around, and that's what saves him. And that's what saves him. I don't think he's an A-level fighter, but he can beat A-level fighters. You understand what I'm saying? Triple Far going to lose again. I hope he don't lose in September. I got $1,000 on that fight. But what I am going to do, I think I'm going to just end up breaking even. When I go up for the Floyd fight, I'm going to just put $1,000 on Canelo because he'll be plus 150. So if Canelo wins, I'll win $50. If Triple G wins, I'll break even. Because I don't believe, because I realize, because the fight's in Vegas now. So with the fight being in Vegas, the fix might be in. So I'll just probably break even on that fight. Bello's a perfect bro. Broner needs a new life. The trainer's not going to help him. AB is official gatekeeper at this point. The only chance he has to become world champion is fire. So it ain't going to help him. Andre Ward is the pound champion. But Terrence Crawford hasn't fought since. So that's kind of the problem. And because Terrence Crawford will have all 4 belts, how can you not give the unified champion, which is so hard to do with all this money? How can you not give him Terrence Crawford pound for pound? You know, it's just hard. And you guys know I love Andre Ward. You know, he's the lifetime pound for pound achievement award winner. You guys, that's fair, right? Adrien Broner needs to switch rapping, or Adrien Broner needs a new life. Big Fox, Aaron Prelims undercard for free, I think. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I actually know some of the fights that's going to be on it. Yeah, you're right, Jelani. He is. He's not flashy. He gets the job done. He's a B+ fighter who can beat A fighters. You know, he's as high as a B as you can get. He's not an A-level fighter. You know, his body is weak. You know, if you go to the body on Mikey Garcia, you have a big chance to beat him. Yeah, but at 35, he's strong. And shame on Robert Garcia for saying his next fight will be at 47. You're moving him way too fast. Way too fast. Because if he went from 35 to 40, he should have more muscle density. Because if he's fighting at 35, because muscle weighs more than fat, he should have put on some more muscle, you know, with some cables, some dips, some push-ups, some pull-ups, you know, that type of thing. You know, he should be way more cut. I think Mike Garcia needs to add more sprints to his game, too. Adrien Broner needs to stay from this. You're right. Percocet. Molly Percocet. Hey. Never chase a check. Crawford and yeah, shit. Crawford, Ward, and Lomachenko are A+ fighters. A+ fighters in their division. You know what I mean? A+ fighters. Mikey versus Loma, I don't know. I don't know yet. Because that takes a lot out of me. That takes a lot out of me to break down that fight. I mean, it takes everything out of me to give a prediction for that fight. I mean, that's 10 hours of that's minimum 10 hours of work for me to break down that fight. You know, I can't break down that fight just in common sense. You know what I mean? I really can't. And I just want to remind you guys, if you guys been fucking with my predictions, you guys should be rich by now. I haven't missed them. I haven't missed a big fight prediction this year. So I'm like 7-0 in the big fights this year, something like that. I haven't lost a fight. Easter would beat now. I don't think Easter would beat Mike Garcia. No, I don't think so. I think Mikey Garcia, his 90 punches around, 80, between 70 and 90 punches around will be too much for Easter. I think. You know, Robert is going to get You're right, Ken. Get him murdered. Wow. I'm in here. I am in here. I wish people got what you just said. Garcia's boxing version of Joe Dumars. Wow. 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 That is, you guys know how much I love basketball. And Isaiah Thomas is my favorite basketball player when I was a kid. I got my toughness from Isaiah Thomas. You know, that one ankle, he had 18 points in the fourth quarter, and he was fouled on that three, which they should have called before the fans stormed onto the court when they lost to the Lakers in the Forum. Terrence, that's a great quote, man. Garcia is that substantiates what me and Jelani just said. Garcia is a boxing version. Terrence will beat Mikey Garcia again. He beat him in that. I mean, Terrence Crawford is. I wish everyone understood what it took to be a great fighter. Terrence Crawford has it. Terrence Crawford has it. Mikey is boring. Chill, fam. He just fights smart. Rigondeaux, Crawford, Spence, Triple G, Andre Ward, Canelo, all A+ fighter. I don't know if Canelo is an A+ fighter. I don't know. I'm not hating on the guy. I don't know if he's an A+ fighter. He makes A+ money. I don't think he's an A+ fighter yet. I think he has improved, but against Triple G, because Triple G is gonna jab the shit out of Canelo. I mean, when I say jab, I mean it's just gonna be, you know, Triple G has a silver medal, man. Don't ever forget that. Triple G has a silver medal, and Canelo's flat-footed. So yeah, Tevin got shot. I haven't looked into it yet. I heard he did an interview on Ellie's, because I follow Ellie on Instagram. He did an interview. I haven't watched it yet. Adrien, I'm still AB Broner. It's for the fucking. How disrespectful were those comments? Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. All right. Well, how disrespectful were those comments that he made, man? You know what I mean? How, man, it was just, that pissed me off, man, when he said that shit. I'll be honest, man. That threw me in a loop, man. That when he said, y'all still gonna support me. Well, let me tell you, I was actually having a conversation with someone in boxing, and I said, Adrien Broner has no idea. Some father in those stands mispaying the bill to take his son because his son was an Adrien Broner fan, you know, want to take him in Brooklyn, you know, and it's just awful that happened, you know. Kobe 2K, I'm glad you agree with me, because I know someone's gonna say, oh, Canelo is good. I don't think he's an A+ fighter. I think he sells. I think he sells greatly. After he beats Canelo, he'll be. Broner is typical black, talks but can't fight for shit. Always a Latino has to show those humble pie. Okay. Humble Ortiz. Okay. Adrien Broner is trash. Hey, you know what the funniest shit ever is? Tank Davis is like, man, I will beat the shit out of Adrien Broner. I know he was thinking that Saturday night for sure. I know he was thinking that. Why wouldn't you think it, right? Do you think Mayweather will fight again after this fight? Absolutely. If Conor McGregor puts up a good fight, guess what you're going to see in 6 months? Part 2. Right? I genuinely believe that. I think Canelo's overrated as a boxer. Thoughts on Victor Ortiz? Who cares? You know, Victor Ortiz is Victor Ortiz. You know, Maya Angelou told me who Victor Ortiz was. When a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. You know, he won't compete at a high level. AB ain't shit without boxing. Great. I like that line because he said boxing ain't shit without AB. AB ain't shit without boxing. I want to see Cotto Garcia. What Garcia? Mikey Garcia? Wow, that's interesting. That racist guy, fuck off. Oh yeah, Benjamin. Yeah, he's a, you know, he just inspires me to be who I am. Canelo Triple G to talk seriously. Cannot believe you guys don't give Canelo any chance. Well, I'm giving him a chance. That's why I'm considering betting on Canelo so I break even on the fight because I have a standing $1,000 bet from last September on Triple G Canelo. Tank has a similar skill set to who? Hip hop. Tank would beat blood. Tank would beat blood out of Mikey. I was talking about AB. Tank was like, I'll beat the shit out of Adrien Broner. I should do a video on that shit because I know Broner's people watches my videos. Floyd said he'll beat Conor in boxing or MMA. No, he was just promoting the fight. Or Mr. Orbiz, the racist guy. Is AB career over? As a main event guy, it's over, but he could be a sideshow. That was a dumb comment. You know better than to judge all black fighters based on. He's just lonely. Mr. Orby is just lonely. You know, he's probably in his basement. He's probably, in his basement. Fuck Shamas. I'm giving him a chance. If Canelo stays on feet, cards red. Yeah, I know. If he stays, that's one thing I said. His car, Tank is a little. He's similar to a Tyson. No one's Tyson. I'm always reluctant to compare anyone to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson has made me fall in love with boxing. You know, it's just, you know, he's from Brooklyn. I'm from the Bronx and Harlem. You know, and his story is just, you know, it broke my heart last week or 2 weeks ago when I realized he was touched. He was molested as a kid, man. That just made me want to clinch my son even close, because how can the most powerful man in the world be the most vulnerable? You know, that's like an oxymoron. It doesn't really make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So Tank has a similar style to Broner, but Tank will be willing to put in You think so? Similar style? I think Tank has more power. Tank has more power. He comes forward a lot. He's flat-footed on his punches. Oscar not letting you believe what this is. I agree, man. I agree. Tank is the Broner replacement. You think so? Garcia versus Easter, thoughts? I think Garcia beats him. Too much experience, too active, throws too many punches. Thanks for all you do, King. Keep boxing moving forward. I appreciate you, man. And I love calling people kings and queens, man. It's just, you know, my black and brown brothers, man. I just think we need that. That's how we got to talk to each other. I mean, also love the N-word too, though. I love saying nigga, man. It makes me feel good, especially in my inner circle. I love using that. I think that's the most powerful word in the English language. One of the most powerful words, I should say. Love is up there. I is too. I don't get enough credit. I think I is one of the top 5 most powerful words in the English language. What's next for Charlo? He gonna sit and wait for the dust to settle. Danny Jacobs is fighting October. I thought he was gonna be on the undercard of Triple G, but I stand corrected. I think they're moving that fight. I think he's gonna end up fighting David Lemieux. Maybe. I don't know. I'll find out though. I can find out who he's fighting or who he's considering fighting. I mean, I can't tell you guys, but I can make a phone call and find out. AB will never be a main event. Thank God. You know, if he was humble, like Berto, like real cool, you know, Berto's not the best fighter in the world anymore, but we cut him slack because he's cool with us, right? He interviews well. He's contemporary. He stays active on his social medias. You know, he's living that life. You know, he got all those Bentleys, all those Rolls Royces. He flies private. You know what I mean? That tantalizes us, but he does it in a subtle, calm way where Adrien Broner just throws it in your face. You know, flashing money, throws money away at Walmart. You know, that's real tough to do. AB can beat lots of welterweights. He can't beat Saddam Ali. Saddam Ali is too big. AB has no power. If he didn't have power Saturday night in the best shape of his life, when is he gonna have power? You know what I mean? So I have no idea when that's gonna happen. I'm being honest. I'm being real with you guys. AB can beat lots. Nah, shit, man. You guys are crazy. Mongo will be the main event again. Unfortunately, he got to wait 3 more bullshit fights to protect his record for the next fight. Broner doesn't have. You know, I realized that should be another. That's a great point. He's not as smart as I thought he was either, because he is so intelligent outside the ring with his quick one-liners and shit like that. He will not be a champion again. I'm talking about an earned champion, not that bullshit we had this past Saturday. Jacobs dumbass thought AB. Hey, I didn't see that interview, but I saw the screenshot. That nigga Jacob should be. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe that. I can't believe Daniel Jacobs. Oh my God. That's funny. That is funny. I'm texting real quick. Man, that's funny. Adrien Broner. Well, Broner better than Berto. You know, that's probably the only fight Broner can win. Actually, Berto should call out Jeff Horn and Andre Berto. If I'm anybody, I'll call out Adrien Broner's name because it keeps you relevant. Just how everyone uses Floyd Mayweather's name, you got to use Berto. I mean, you got to use Broner's name right now. He's down. Everyone is jumping on him. You know what I mean? So I think Zab was way better. Zab was our last unified champion, if I'm not mistaken, right? Was he our last 4-belt champion? Help me out with that. Mikey Rant. Yeah, it was like, what do you say? It was like trying to catch a mouse. Thoughts on Lomachenko? I think Lomachenko is the best at 130. I don't think no one beats him at 130, including Tank. You know, don't you think if Floyd thought he could beat Lomachenko, he would go beat Lomachenko? You know, Berto is way too aggressive for AB. But his equilibrium is off. You know, Berto has terrible balance. Zab and Broner were only taught offense. Shit. Zab was a special fighter before he got that $1 million check. He was special. Ooh, man. I mean, he was so special. I would say, how did he hit him? I would watch the fight, like, what did he hit him with? You guys, I know that's happened to you guys sometimes with fighters like Roy Jones. Like, in between your blinks, Roy Jones would throw a guy a punch. You're like, what did he hit him with? You know, that's pretty funny. Garcia ducking. You know, Robert Garcia don't want him to fight. He said 47 because he probably wants to stay away from Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? Or maybe he'll go fight Victor Ortiz or something like that. I don't know. But, yeah. Figueroa and Rios should be happening soon. Garcia is soft. I thought that too. Garcia is soft, and if he fights Crawford, he gets stopped. Everyone gets stopped against Crawford. No one makes it through 12 rounds against Crawford, if you so choose. You know, he'll dismantle you, making you mentally quit. Once the titles at 140 gets vacated next year, Broner, the Heyman's, hey, Champ Ross, that's a great point. But if Terrence Crawford can make weight, you know what I mean? He's training them high altitudes. He can make weight. Honestly, I think Broner would have won, but Mikey kept running. You know what? You may have a point too, Spook. And if you turn the TV upside down and watch it with one eye, I think we might be on to something. I'll visit letting the PP side to get that WBO belt unless they go through Crawford when he comes to 47. You may be right. You may be right. Rios is trash. Rios is a good fight, man. Yeah, Roy, I mean, you would blink. I swear you would. I mean, Joanna, you would blink and Roy Jones would throw a 2-punch combination and you would miss it. I mean, that's how fast he was. I mean, he knocked the guy out with his hands behind his back and threw a left hook. Can you believe that shit? Who does that shit? I mean, only God in the flesh can do something like that. And when Roy Jones was in his prime, when he walked in the ring, he was God in the flesh. You know, he was special. Guy was fucking special. Rios is trash. I mean, but you got to have Rios there. You got to have a guy you got to have a Brandon Rios in boxing. You know what I mean? Not everyone is. You know, he makes the A-level fight. He makes the A-level earn their victories. You know what I mean? He's just like Danny Garcia lost. I had Peterson winning the last 6 rounds, you know, until Costa Azul hit Zab. What's that ref's name? What's that ref's name? Was that Jay? That's not Jay Nady. Is that who? What's the ref's name that Zab Judah put his glove up his neck? What's his name? When he was doing the stanky leg and he lost to Costa Azul in the first round. That fight still comes on what's next for me. Broner doesn't deserve to fight Manning. You know, that's actually a good fight right now. You know, it would sell. You don't think, no apologies, you don't think he can beat him? That's interesting. I think Garcia will destroy him. Rios, what the fuck? Rios is, I mean, you need Rios in boxing, man. He's important, you know? Fuck Angel Garcia. You have a right to feel that way. I dream Floyd beat the shit out of Conor. You don't have to dream that. You don't have to dream. Jay Nady, yeah. Thanks, champ. I thought it was Jay Nady. That's what I said. Slick this. Danny Garcia, paper champ with a nice overhand right. Yeah, I mean, but he did have to go through Robert Guerrero, though. Robert Guerrero's a tough son of a bitch. Yeah, what he did to Harlem Shake, right, Kobe? I bet Broner hates that shit on the Jay-Z off. Oh my God. He's killing himself right now. No, Danny Garcia punch is the left hook. The no-look left hook. Herrera beat Danny Garcia in Puerto Rico. Everyone knows that. Nobody wants to see Manny beat the blood out of Broner. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Manny versus Mayweather versus Thurman. That fight had never happened. It'll never happen, G. Never ever happen. I don't want to waste no money. He's a contender. Manny or Mikey, who wins at this point? Mikey Garcia moves too much for him. Ortiz or Figueroa. No, I think Rios gonna get Figueroa. Fat Maidana still beats bro. Broner's trash. You have a right to say that. Slick this. Anybody watch Narcos? You know what? I got to start watching Narcos for the movie, Jelani. So I stopped at season 1, episode 5. So I'll be watching it. And I actually just met one of the writers from Narcos, so which is pretty cool. I met one of them, so it was pretty dope. I was going to get my beard done, coincidentally, and thank you, Warren. And I was going to get my beard done, and she was getting her haircut before me. She has a flat top. She's one of the writers on Narcos, so it's pretty cool. So I'll be watching that. Who's next for Earl Spence? He's getting a unification bout, but he'll get a tune-up fight. He'll definitely get a tune-up. I don't know who he's fighting. Will beat the fuck out. Adrien Broner will beat the fuck out of Mikey. Yeah, Broner should just. You can't walk him down when the guy's throwing 90 punches. It's hard, man. Let's get it in. Cool. Broner should have switched trainers years ago. I said he should have switched he should change his whole location. He needs to move. He needs to move out here. I mean, move to this area, like the West Coast. Get as far. Broner might as well fight Devin Haney. Ruben versus Jamel. Who you got, Fred? Ooh, man. Ooh, Dion. Why you put me on the spot? Is that fight signed yet? Is that fight signed? No, that fight's not signed. Ruben's fighting who? Ruben's fighting no, Hurd is fighting Trout, and Jamel is fighting Ruben. Oh man. Can you give me a couple weeks on that? Give me a couple weeks on that. I don't want to that's a good question, Dion. I don't know. I can't answer that right now. Because I value my predictions. Because I've been perfect all year. Hopefully you've been taking my advice. Watch me miss the next 5. I'm too pragmatic to miss 5 in a row. Broner's trash, I agree. Charlo versus Jacobs. I think Charlo beats him in a tough fight. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I own a couple business. You know, I own Barbershop Conversations. That's considered a business, right? Congrats on that movie deal. I appreciate you, Casimir. It's a big deal. It's a big fucking deal. I can't believe it. So the goal is I'm trying to get a $20 million budget for that Pablo Escobar film. I'm trying to win every award possible. $20 million to get me $100 million. That's the goal. So I'm trying to raise money for it now. I'm going to Colombia, and when I go to Colombia, I'm gonna go live so you guys can see everything. I'm going to Colombia after the Triple G fight, so I'll be there, and I'll show you guys everything. Yeah, I am. So yeah, I own a couple of businesses. You know, I'm just a firm believer in passive income, so I can go to fights. You know, you don't make much money doing this media stuff. You honestly don't. Even the Dan Rafaels, you don't make much money doing it. You know, what 100? I mean, I would say Dan Rafael makes 100,000. I don't know. I don't know what he makes because not that much because ESPN did budget cuts, so he's probably making 100,000, 150,000 a year, maybe. You know, that's great money. Great money. Broner, Brooke versus who? I think Brooke and Cotto will be a good fight. Broner's trash. Judah messed up his career when he went up in weight. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm really getting pumped about the heavyweight division. I still have Joshua on top. I think who's the best heavyweight? Before I give my answer, I want to find out who you guys think the heavyweight, because that's a debate that we can have all night. We can have this debate all. I'm gonna give you guys who I think. I got Freddie Roach beat. There's a black character on Narcos named Blackie. Oh wow, that's. But they're in South America, so you know, Negro is black in Spanish. So I can see how that's not being racist. Close to being signed, Ruben versus Melatonin. It's close to being signed. Thank you. That's gonna be a tough one for me to predict. That's gonna be a tough one. Jamel and Ruben. That's gonna take a lot out of me too. You got Wilder as the best heavyweight. Blacks are too sensitive. AJ. Best heavyweight is Wilder right now. He has. Boy, you guys gonna be shocked at my answer. Ooh, you guys gonna be shocked at my answer. You know who I think the best heavyweight is? And this is where the debates start. Ortiz is the best heavyweight. I think he's the most skilled heavyweight. I think he beats all of them. He don't have to fight all of them, but I think he'll beat whoever he fights. Mayweather Sr. versus Sugar Ray Leonard 2 going down on the Mayweather. No, Wilder's overrated. Ortiz. I think Ortiz. Joseph Parker. Oh man, that's classic. Yeah, I got Ortiz, best heavyweight right now. But I tell you what shouldn't happen. I think that Wilder shouldn't fight Ortiz. I think Wilder should fight another bum. Yeah, Ortiz is old, but that motherfucker can box his ass off, man. I think he beats Wilder. I'm gonna put. I would. Easy D. Benjamin is gay. Zab, don't play with matches on his way down after Costas wheel. Don't play with that. Amir Khan fighting that. I don't know who Amir Khan fighting. I don't even think about Amir Khan. What do you think about Shakur Stevenson? I don't think he has enough power. He has all the boxing skills, not the power, you know, to get people out of it that I see right now. Okay, Joshua has a youth on his side. Wilder got that one punch knockout. Mansoor is a beast. I like Mansoor. You need Mansoor in boxing. Every fight Mansoor fights, he's a live dog, no matter who he's fighting. You know, you can't help but love Amir Mansoor. I like him a lot. Yeah, I like Ortiz, man. And you guys know, I feel sorry for Shannon Briggs. What a letdown. Well, I mean, he's probably making money selling merchandise or something. I don't know. He was in New York for the fight. I saw him in the interview. Broner versus Chris Cyborg. What do you think of Big Baby? Good question. I don't know what I think of him. I don't think a 300-pound man can dominate the heavyweight division. Yeah, Mansoor stays in great shape. He has a 20-pack. Fred, I'm loving that Oscar is out the way and now more focused on black. Fighting boxing is best when blacks are being promoted. I mean, what up, Trap House? Shane, that new Tribal SL. I haven't heard it. I'll go to I'll put it in my what's that? Spotify. I'll put it in my Spotify and I'll check it out. Yeah, if Canelo loses, Oscar will be out the way for a little while. Thank God for that. Cyborg versus I don't know. I don't know much about that. But they say Chris Cyborg is a machine, right? What up, Tell It Like It Is? How you feeling? What up, Trap House again? Yeah, he is a racist. Tricard Quest. Nobody wants to hear that. Big Baby versus Let's Go Champ. He might as well. Oh, wow. Let Chris Cyborg fight a real bitch, Broner. Cyborg will destroy a man. Yeah, taco is good, but I like fried chicken more. Oh, this motherfucker crazy. Y'all gonna have to come to the gym and spar. Y'all going in on each other. Does Bud move up to 147? No. He stays there for the next year and enjoy himself. Hey, what about Bobby Valentino? Thanks, Giovanni. Oh, that shit is disgusting. Hey, I'm not trolling, by the way, when I think Ortiz can beat Deontay Wilder. Yeah, he couldn't swallow, man. Yeah, he bit his tongue. I actually spoke to Amir Mansour about that, and he couldn't breathe. I mean, he had too much blood in his mouth. He really couldn't breathe. Cashmere urinated. I like watching Team Sure fight that fight back in the day. Yeah, that was 2015, right? That Francisco Vargas' career is over. What up, KO? Fort Worth, Texas. Shane, why is this earnest? You think Mikey would fight Easter? I think it makes sense for Mikey to fight Easter. Get another belt. I don't know if it's the underrated fight. I need to watch. I need to sit down. Put the whole sentence together. Put the whole sentence together, Shane, so I know what you're talking about. Stop talking. Like, yeah, 2015. I was fight of the year, right? Yeah, you can argue. I mean, shit, there's a lot of unfulfilled. I mean, shit, the most unfulfilled of all time, 1980 on, is Valero. That is the most unfulfilled. Oh my God, Edwin Valero. Jesus fucking Christ. What, he murdered his wife and then committed suicide, right? Am I right? Edwin Valero is one of the worst stories in boxing. I mean, it's just, oh my gosh. Broner is the camp man. Wow, I like that. Hey, El Boylan, I'm going to use that at some point, all right? El Boylan, just so you know, I'm going to use that at some point. I appreciate it. Benjamin, you ain't ready. Regis beats Mikey. Who's Regis? Indigo would beat the shit out of Crawford. We gonna see. Do you think Porter can beat Thurman in the rematch? I'm gonna do everything in my power to help Sean Porter win that fight. You know, everything that I can possibly do. I'm gonna be in that camp, helping them as much as I can. You guys know how much I love the Porters. Whatever I can do. If I gotta get them water, if I gotta watch tape, and if I gotta watch Keith Thurman fight 30 fights, I'm gonna do whatever I can to give Sean Porter an edge and the Porter team an edge, whatever I got to do. So who's your cousin? Who's your cousin? The guy, Mike Tyson versus 50 Cent celebrity box. That would be funny. That would be funny. That would be super funny. Benjamin, you didn't see Donkey Kong, man. Indigo. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh man, Valero. That is the most sad story of all time, man, in terms of boxing. Valero only killed himself because he can't. Man, he had 27 fights and 27 knockouts. That's just incredible. Yeah, he won round 9, right, with the body shots. He was broke. AB, anybody can get it. Yeah, I mean, Porter is a bum too. You don't like Porter? Some people don't like his style. I'm not an AB hater. I just call bullshit when I see bullshit. I don't instinctively hate black men. Like, I don't do it. I'm not built that way. I always give black men. I gave Adrien Broner 42 chances, and if you're gonna give him a 43rd chance, that's on you. You know what George Bush say? Fool me once, shame on. Fool me twice, I can't get fooled again. That's on the J. Cole album too, in case you guys know. I mean, Valero. Who? Let me guys ask you. Who had more punching power, Julian or Valero? Please don't call me crazy, but I mean, Valero or the Hawk? Who had more punching power? I know the easy answer would be the Hawk, but I mean, that's a man. God damn. Boxing is getting better. I mean, Conor McGregor is helping out. I mean, love it or hate it, Conor McGregor. What's up, Jay? Conor McGregor is. I appreciate you, Bowling, L. Bowling. Conor McGregor has helped out boxing so much. Hey, yo, Barbershop, I didn't know you was. I'm not an AB hater. Yeah, I like Porter. Porter is a great guy. Kenny Porter is a great guy. Porter has a chance to win the rematch. He's a solid fight. Yeah, Porter is a bum too. You have the right to your opinion. I can't. Oh, that's your cousin, huh? That's dope. I wish him luck. I wish him great health. If he comes back with 4 belts, that'll be an impressive feat to beat a Terrence Crawford. You're right, Jelani. He would give. Sean Porter has his own style, and if you don't like his style, I understand. There is a contrast between Floyd Mayweather, the boxer, and Sean Porter, the pressure fighter. It's called the Porter pressure. That's what they do. Benjamin, oh, you like Porter? Okay, cool. I love Porter. And you know what's cool about me and the Porters' relationship? I was a fan of them before we even became close. I've always liked them. I love father-son relationships in boxing. I just love it. So 2000. Oh, this has been the best year. I mean, god damn. Oh, man, it's been a hell of a year. Mayweather versus Crawford. No one beats Mayweather. I mean, the only chance you got at beating Mayweather is Porter pressure. Jeff Horn angles, and some sort of pop. You got to put 3 fighters in one to beat a Floyd Mayweather, for real. He's that good. If Adrien fought Thurman, what would happen? I think that would be manslaughter. Keith Thurman would enjoy that too much. If he's healthy enough. What up, Bobby? I wish my stream worked well, but it doesn't. I have to go. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Brad, other than Sean, who does Kenny train? Right now, I believe just Sean, He has some other fighters in the gym, though. Kenny's a real father figure to a lot of guys. They always come to him for advice. I don't want to speak for him, but yeah, he helps out other fighters financially too. So you guys know that. Other than Sean, it's hard. As Kenny would say, it's hard enough training Sean. You got to allocate so many hours and so many time. I don't understand how Virgil Hunter does it. He has 7 current or former champions he's training right now. God damn. You love Angel and Danny's daddy. What a team. I respect them. I lost a lot of respect for Angel, I know Angel is Puerto Rican, and I would be fooled. I grew up in New York till I was 8. So I understand the dynamics of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans saying nigga. I'm not even bothered by it anymore, But in a public place, you can't do that. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not bothered by it, but it does bother me to a certain degree. But it wouldn't force me to react in an overt way, Appreciate you, Bobby. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Lomachenko is also trained by his father. I think he is too. I love Lomachenko. I mean, you guys know I love Lomachenko. Lomachenko, I bet blind. If I can get Lomachenko at plus 300, I'll bet $3,000 on him. Saturday. If the odds are plus 300, I'll bet 3,000 to 1,000. I would. That's easy money. I think so. If you can get Floyd at plus 300 or less, I mean, you better bet him. Like the Manny Pacquiao fight, those are the best odds ever. I still can't believe Virgil Hunter is Keisha Cole's father. Neither can he. Mayweather wins against McGregor won't prove nothing. No, it won't. It's not a diss to Rocky Marciano, because Rocky Marciano couldn't win, and I don't think he wins in today's boxing. He doesn't go 49-0 in today's boxing. So, I mean, but you only can fight the people you put in front of you. Angel's a Trump supporter. So is Floyd, right? You're an evil spick. Virgil Hunter and Robert Garcia work. I know, isn't it amazing? Because even when I go to these small fights, I see Robert Garcia walking with a fighter. Isn't that amazing? I see him literally walking, managing, training a fighter. That's pretty intense. So that goes to show you, man, he stays busy. Virgil has a couple of nice young fighters. Yeah, he has Joey Spencer, right? I don't know why people are afraid of Earl Spence. Earl Spence is a beatable guy. I think he's a beatable guy. I genuinely believe that. I'm a racist, and so is most blacks. Fuck them. We beat their ass. Blacks are good at talking and making jokes, but then the fist they start to cry. Rasheed Warren looked good. I didn't see the Rasheed Warren fight. I didn't see it, so I saw the highlights, but the highlights anyway. Everyone looks great in highlights, right? I didn't see that. So Spence is the best welterweight. I don't think Spence is the best welterweight right now. I still got to give that to Keith Thurman. He has 2 belts. He has 2 belts that he earned. You know, does Earl Spence, quote unquote, has a bigger upside? I would say yes. He has a bigger upside, but I think right now you got to get. I mean, Keith Thurman is the best welterweight. He hasn't lost. He beat the hardest guy in the welterweight division, which is Keith Thurman. I mean, which is Sean Porter. So, Peeps, I don't understand that. I genuinely don't understand how he thought Adrien Broner was winning. I can't believe that. That's funny. I know I should block him, but the reason why I don't block him, Benjamin, is because you know it shows you the world we live in, and he's lonely too. Mr. Orbis is lonely. He's lonely. We'll just ignore him. I once knocked out Wilder, and he shined my shoes the next day. Shit, Wilder got the longest arms in the world. It seems like. I agree, but once they fight, Spence will win. Spence is a close before he stopped Brooke. It was a close fight. It was a close fight. Broner, Benjamin's a clown. You gave Broner 2 rounds. Yeah, I gave Broner 2 rounds. Yeah, I just think Thurman's the best. You got to give him credit for what he's done. Was he 28-0, 29-0? You know, just give him credit. Next year, this time, Spence may be the best welterweight, but he's not the best welterweight in my eyes right now. I think Mikey Garcia beats him. Keith one time, Thurman only fights 1 time a year. You know that you're right. I said that. I've been saying that for some time now. I gave Broner no rounds. Wow. Even the body blows in the 8th and 9th round. I gave him 2 rounds, round 1 and round 9 or 8, wherever those body shots came in at. You are on the ride with 10K subscribers. On the rise, right? I'm growing inch by inch, man. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna have 100,000 subs, and whoever you guys want to reach, guess what? We'll be able to reach, and it's gonna be a global channel, man. In like another 2 years, man, we're gonna get it. Or if I get like maybe 5 to 10 videos to go viral, all these police shootings, all these black and brown kids being mistreated. Oh man, we gonna move the world, man. Trust me, we gonna move the world. I have no doubt in my mind. That's where I want this channel to go. If you guys know my heart. What up? Sleep with one eye open. How you feel, man? Wilder's arms are like broomsticks. I think Broner. I said earlier, Michael Broner needs a new life. He needs to be reincarnated. Well, Mr. Orbis, tell all your family members to subscribe. But I know you in the basement. You in the basement. Seems like Mayweather don't like talking much about elite welters. You think, you know, you think it's not. Mayweather believes he can beat anybody. I can look in his eyes and tell, like, that bullshit that people be saying he's ducking. He ain't ducking. He just wants the most money for the least amount of effort. Who doesn't want to live that life? For real, for real. Who doesn't want to live that life? Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad because he's brown. Danny Garcia's chilling. He got hella bread. He just, I know he's chilling for real. How do you feel about Tank Davis, 20-year-old? I like him a lot. I need to see him fight somebody though. I don't know who wins that fight, Ward versus Stevenson. Oh, you're back, Bobby. What's up? Garcia's body work was tremendous. Equals caved low. That fight will never happen, Mayweather versus Stern, but I think Mayweather wins. Mayweather beats everyone, 47 and under. You guys think I'm crazy and maybe a homer, but the only person I think has a chance to beat at the welterweight division is Sean Porter. I don't think an orthodox boxer can ever beat. You sound like Compton. Oh yeah, that's the song I was just singing. When you know you're not gonna get hit, you'll be. You're right. You're right. You're right. I think only Sean Porter's style can beat him. Earl Spence power maybe, but he's too up and down. I mean, for real, for real. What's the difference between Triple G and Earl Spence? Ask yourself that question in terms of styles, not in terms of athleticism. You're right, KO. Andrade needs to do interviews on my channel. Dante, every week he needs to stay current. He needs to call Ellie. He needs to call Dante. He needs to call Boxing Ego, 78. He has to stay current. He don't stay current enough. Like we literally forget about him. And no, we don't forget about him because, you know, we're that much into boxing, but you know, he has to stay more current. You know, him and his dad needs to do a better job at that. I would never bet against Floyd. Why would you? You'll be a fool. He's 49 up, 49 down. World champions can be gatekeepers. So you're right. You're absolutely right. Danny Garcia is going to be a gatekeeper in next 2 years. Broner has been reborn more times than. I like Jay Morrison. I love the fact that he's open and honest about what he stands for as a black man. I love the fact that he uplifts people. You know, coincidentally, he was in LA too, right? Maybe about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. And he uses the word king and queen too when he introduces himself. Like, I greet every black and brown man with king and queen. And I was listening to him speak, and he does the same thing. And I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, that's dope. He does the same thing. I don't think Broner will ever be an A-level fighter, but I like Jay Morrison. I think he's awesome. I'm glad you followed him too. I think he's really dope. I think he's dope. You know, Broner has been reborn more times than Christ. The only one thing I think ever had a chance of beating him was Bernard Hopkins at the middleweight. This is because he used to come out different rounds. No way for it. Guess his timing. Spence is way better technical than Triple G. Yeah, but he don't dodge punches. He parries punches. He comes in straight. Watch that fight again against what's that kid's name? Against Brooks. You'll see. And I picked Earl Spence to win that fight. I think by stoppage. I think that Broner has a better eye for finding stuff. He might. He found Robert Easter. Tank versus Oscar Valdez would be that's a very good fight. But Oscar Valdez is at 26 and a world champion. I don't think that'll be tough for them to make that fight. I think that Broner has a better eye. Ward versus Triple G. Oh, Ward all day. Too big. Again, Valdez is 126 champion, so that would be tough to make. Broner will be a fighter. Take class. I don't know what's good with Guerrero. He only fights once every 2 years. I don't know. Floyd father. I know. He said it to me. Broner's a piece of shit. Fuck Broner. That's what he said. Always get quotables out of Floyd. Floyd Senior, the dad. I'm glad you're rooting for him. Broner's one great training camp. Cannot erase the years of battle. Maybe too late. You know, I'm glad you said that, Suge Hill, because that's a microcosm of life. One, about our habits. We are a sum of our habits. And Oscar Valdez versus Gary Russell. Oscar Valdez wants no parts of that. I need to watch that fight again. Was Theophane winning that fight? I don't know. Nice response on Jay Morrison. And you don't follow him? Oh, follow him on Instagram. Please follow him on Instagram. He has a YouTube channel too, but his story, I watch his stories on the Instagram. He's a good guy. Actually, all you guys should follow Jay Morrison on Instagram. Black, white, tall, or brown, just because he's on it. I like him. He's cool. I like him. It's cool. Thank you, L. Bowling. This is the third fight he's lost and the third press conference he hasn't shown up to. So make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. The reason why I want you guys to follow me on Instagram, I'll tell you guys, is because sometimes I be getting strikes and shit, right? I think Eubanks beats Kid Chocolate. I don't think Kid Chocolate will ever be the same. The reason I want you guys to follow me on Instagram is because sometimes I get strikes and shit, and I can't be posting videos sometimes, you know, and I never know when the strikes are coming. That's why I didn't go live for 3 months. But if you guys follow me on Instagram, I'll be able to communicate with you guys, because what I failed to do in the beginning when I was building the channel was build my Instagram simultaneously with my with Barbershop Conversations, and I should have did that. That would have been a whole lot better. So that's why I want you guys to follow me on Instagram. Not because I need followers and that makes me cool. No, I only post boxing and inspirational messages, but I'm going to start doing more and my boxing stuff. All boxing for the most part. But I'm more personal. I think I'm more personal because it's quicker on Instagram. Noble, I want to be able to move the contemporary meter, man. Like when I get to 50 or 100,000 subs, I know when I do videos, it's going to reach the people it need to reach to. So if we want to send a message to Stephen A. Smith, I know the video is going to get to his camp. If we want to send it to Lil Wayne, I know it'll get to him. You know, that's just the reality of it. And in boxing, 100% my videos get to the people because every time I go to a fight, they're like, great video, great. And, you know, so I know in the boxing round, it gets to the people it needs to get to. You know, I know that for sure. And you know the one thing about Broner, you got it, G. One thing about Broner is in the 3 big fights he's been in, he's lost 30 of the rounds. 30 of the 36 rounds. Porter, Maidana, and Mikey Garcia, he's lost 30 of the rounds. He's probably only won like 6 rounds against them. So that goes to show you he's not a B-level fighter. Follow me, graphic design. I'll just follow you back because I'm doing this now. So I'll just follow you back later. I think Paulie was beating Broner. Paulie was doing a hell of a job against Broner. If Broner were to switch trainers, who should he go with? I said earlier before you got on, Wolf, Porter, or Hunter. Porter, Wolf, Hunter. That rhymes a little bit. Michael Spears, Danny Garcia lost to that bum in Puerto Rico. Herrera, right? He lost to Herrera. Broner is done. There's nothing we can do to help Broner anymore. There's nothing we can do to help Broner. Nothing. There's nothing we can do to help. There's nothing we can do. It's nothing. There's nothing we can do. Got it. Thanks, G. I appreciate you. I'll follow you back. I think I did. Did I just follow you back? I think I just did. Broner should go with Robert. He's too busy. Robert Garcia's too busy. I don't know if Robert's a shitty trainer because what he did for Mares against Cuellar was pretty damn good. Broner in the octagon. Yo, Fred, those little PBC Twitter clips are great, bro. Very effective. Yeah, you're right. They are. He's not a bum. Malignaggi is a busy fighter in the same way Garcia was busy. Broner always gets overwhelmed. I'm still streaming. I thought you would have found a way to help AB. You back. What is it, 11 o'clock in Chicago, Hitman? Obviously. Broner's scared to mix up. He thinks he's too pretty sometimes. Yeah. Broner's done, man. Morale, who Morales, have you seen 30 for 30 Years Film? Yeah, I just watched it. You know, I'm rewatching. I appreciate you. Thanks, Marcos. I appreciate you reminding me because I'm watching I'm online getting information, setting up interviews and shit but I watched it with a different eye. That motherfucker was, man, Pablo was a motherfucker, man. Pablo was a bona fide killer. A bona fide, I mean, god damn. Bona fide, Jesus Christ. Damn, it's 5, what is it? 7, oh, it's 7 o'clock in the morning for you, so you good. You about to go to work in Egypt, right? Broner can't, yeah, actually, that Slammer song was pretty cool, but, you know, do whatever. All right, what else you guys gonna talk about? I'm gonna start going live more often. It's so much easier to make videos when you go live. And I like interacting with y'all too. It's pretty dope. I appreciate you guys offering me your time. Any more questions? Is that the Colombian football team? What are you talking about, T-Dot? I do think Ellie is an idiot for Sam Mikey. Oh, he did say that? Nah. Pablo Escobar was a true gangster and wealthy. Mm. Ellie asked a crazy question. He asked Broner about his shoes, $7,000 shoes. He has slippers on. Who is the highest superstar potential in boxing? I like that Kitchens kid just because he fought this weekend. Ellie's a friend of mine, but that was a crazy question he asked. What up, Scrap Chat? Broner then. What? Hitchens or Kitchens? I like him a lot. Lomo versus Rigondeaux 130. Who wins? Oof. I would have to go. Oh man, you got to give me some time on that fight. You gotta give me some time on that fight. I can't break that fight down. I'm in a haze about Devin Haney. Thoughts on Devin Haney? Special offensive talent. Special offensive talent. He can go a long way with that. Remember Shane Mosley? He was just knocking people out and wasn't getting hit. Remember Shane Mosley didn't get hit for 3 years. Right? Until he bumped into a guy named he's in my fucking movie. What's his name? I'm drawing the blank. Vernon Forrest, and then he started getting hit more often. Broner should do shark fights, man. Shakur Stevenson sparring Devin Haney was decent work. Were you in the gym, Michael? Because I heard. Oh yeah, I saw it on Dante's. I saw it on Dante's channel. Yeah, Vernon Forrest. Thank you. I don't know why I draw a blank on that shit. Butterbean is making a comeback. Roy Jones is the best fight I've ever seen in my life. Broner has a lot to prove. No, what he got to prove? He died. Do you produce, write, or shoot? I do all of that shit. I'm an independent. I do it independently, man. So, but for the movie, I'm gonna get a team. I'm not writing the script. I don't have time to write the script. Broner's 0-3 in big fights, 0-9 on some scorecard. He's lost 30 of the 36 rounds in those 3 fights too. I try and do it all, G. You know, I can't do it all for this feature though. I don't know if Devin Haney's ready. Vernon Forrest and Winky Wright did a number on Shane. Yeah, they did, right? Broner needs an upgrade. Broner needs a new life. A trainer's not going to change him. A new trainer will only get him another main event fight. Yeah, I am going to start going live more often because I love interacting with y'all. I've been streaming for 2 hours. Damn. Started at 7:30, right? That's pretty crazy. Broner has a lot to prove, man, if he decides to come back to boxing. Shane Mosley was great. Oh man, his highlight reel. Go and watch his highlight reel. They're stupid. Broner died. Broner dies. Late Foreign was a great guy. He worked with us. I mean, he got killed trying to save someone's life, right? From being robbed or something like that. Where can I find your movie, or is it in production stage? I have this one right now. At the beginning of all my videos, G, it's on Vimeo. It's $9 on Vimeo. $9.95, or you can rent it for $5. Mosley couldn't shake Vernon. He beat him in New York and Indianapolis, right? I remember that. Mosley versus Mayweather at 135. Mayweather. Broner was a hell of a. I don't know if he has hella heart, hella chin. Not anymore. Yeah, Broner should have taken that Jay-Z deal for sure. Yeah, Crawford's gonna vacate. Thank you, G. I appreciate you. You're out. Good talking with y'all. I used for what movie? I used the red for the Rick Ross project. Used the red one. For my first film, I used the T2i, which you guys probably wouldn't believe, and it looks amazing. And then for this one, for the Foy film, I used the 5D. Used the 5D and the 70D because I was doing a basketball game. So I needed some autofocus. So I used the Canon 70D. And for every day, I used the 5D. What type of animals you have? Oh, what fight? No, Rick Ross, the drug dealer out of LA. All right, last words, guys. I'm gone. It's 9 o'clock. I still got my night in front of me. I still can do some research and get some work done. I'm closing on a property this week. I'm so excited about that. And I'm excited about that. So all is well. I want to see Danny in the Gatekeeper. Yeah, he's gonna fight again. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm gone. I got the rest of the night to get some work done. It's only 9 o'clock. And Freeway Rick Ross. There you go. Yep, Freeway Ricky. So watch that. Cracking the System. Hell of a film. We got nominated for an Emmy for that film. It did good. And we didn't win it. I wish we would have won it. I would have been an Emmy Award-winning producer. That would have been amazing. Oh, man. So I appreciate y'all. No, for real. I appreciate y'all. For real, I appreciate you guys. And come on back. All right. I'll holler at y'all guys. I'm gone, man. Appreciate y'all. Add me on Instagram just in case I get some strikes. All right. I'll holler.